Director. My name is Ainsley Reynolds. I am the President of New Jersey Association of Alpha Phi Alpha Chapter, also District 4 Director, Eastern Region. Today I'm going to talk about A Voteless People is a Hopeless People. It is one of our national programs of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. It started back in the 1930s. It set about to empower mainly black folk, minorities, and impoverished people to know their rights. And again, I'm going to say that in the 1930s, 85 years ago. That's before the Civil Rights Act. But it still has relevance today. And in my current position, every year, I have to remind the members of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated in the state of New Jersey that for the months of September and October, to go out, perform voter registration, but also voters education. Because a lot of emphasis is just on filling out this simple piece of paper. I'm going to talk about this a little later. That's the first part. You have to be registered. If you're eligible, you need to be registered. You can get this form off the website, you can mail it in, or go in person to your municipal county clerk, or depending on where you live, it can be local. But the bottom line, before October 13th, 21 days before the election, which is November 3rd, you must fill out this form in order to be eligible to vote. And I emphasize how important it is to vote. Voting empowers you to change the policies that affect your everyday life. I think nowadays people have been lulled into the state of where they don't understand is that how important it is to vote in every election. And when I say every election, not just the big election where they talk about the presidential election, which is next year. That means every election. Here in the state of New Jersey, there are 80 seats in the New Jersey General Assembly that are up for re-election. 2 for every legislative district. This is part of the empowerment and education of your citizens, because a lot of people don't understand it because it's an off year. Everybody's focused on the federal election that's not taking place until next year and not focused on what's going on this year. That's an important election. That is 80 of the 120 people that sit in your Senate, your House of Representatives here in the state of New Jersey. If you're not registered, you cannot make a difference, you cannot vote. We don't have term limits here. Your voting is your term limit. You have to understand, first of all, who are your incumbents? A lot of people don't even know who their legislators are. With the advent of the internet, it makes it so easy nowadays to obtain that information. But it's up to you. It's up to me. It's up to your fellow man to enlighten anyone that doesn't know, to educate them, to know who your incumbent is, know who's running against them, know what they're running for. And if they're incumbent, know what they actually have done. Have they done anything on your behalf? Kind of like Janet Jackson, so what have you done for me lately? You can go right on the website for the New Jersey legislature. You can look at actually the bills that they presented and how they voted. Now, as a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, we're nonpartisan. We are 501c7. So I can't tell you who to vote for. But however, I will tell you, you must vote. To be eligible to vote, you have to be a U.S. citizen. You have to be of 18 years of age. You have to be a resident of the state and county 30 days before election. A lot of people don't realize that. If you, and notice, when I said state and county, if you moved recently, it is up to you to re-register in that county. Because sometimes the election records are not properly updated, and therefore your name is sitting somewhere else when you have moved to another county. So a lot of people don't understand that you have to always keep your records up to date. The other thing is that in the state of New Jersey, unlike some other states, if you were a prior felon, if you are no longer on parole, serving a sentence, or on probation, you are allowed to restore your voting rights. Again, by filling out this simple form. This simple piece of paper in the state of New Jersey will restore your right to vote. Now I will tell you, as you see some of the stuff that's going on in the media, Don't let the media decide for you. You must decide for yourself. And I emphasize that, especially in this role, when we go out to the community and do town hall meetings, however you do, if you have a table outside a grocery store. But remember, we're always nonpartisan. The important part of it is that you must participate. Every election, your fire district, your school board election, some of the things that your freeholders, you must be up to date. You must keep this in mind. Because if you don't vote, as I always say, and those who know me, don't complain. As far as I'm concerned, you don't have the right. You had the opportunity and you didn't utilize it. You can't sit here and say, oh, my vote doesn't count. Yes, it does. You'll be surprised how many critical elections are decided by such a small number. And the person that you may have liked, when you decided not to get out of bed, or it took too much time out of your schedule to go down and push a button in the booth, the other person got elected. So it's up to you. Again, up to me, it's up to all of us. But as a member and the president of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated from the state of New Jersey, I'm emphasizing to all of my members to go out to the public and educate, spread the word. First of all, we vote, because a voteless people is a hopeless people. Thank you. Woo!